Hi, I'm Robert Taylor, and this is a special edition of Ecclesiastical Matters, the podcast where I talk about matters concerning the church in general and the church specific, and specifically the local church of Witness Lee, the Lord's Recovery, associated with Living Stream Ministry, the local church, the Little Flock, et cetera, et cetera. I am sharing something with you that's a little different, and it's going to be a song. And it's a song that's based off of episode 9 of this podcast, Every Dollar, Every Dime. And when I posted that podcast, which exposes an internal document which forms the foundation and exhortation from Witness Lee on how campus work should be done, and it's done full of deceit, full of targeting very vulnerable people that don't have their minds made up yet, who aren't quite able to discern what's what from what. It's an amazing document, and it describes actually how I was recruited back in 1985 off the college campus, my very first week at college. Yeah, they got me, just like this document had said. So that was episode 9. And when I posted episode 9, YouTube offered me a feature that I hadn't seen before, and it was to create an AI summary of my podcast. And so let's go take a look at that. Because I went ahead and I tried it, and it worked out really, really well. So, and I posted this as a comment to episode 9, so in case anybody finds it. And this is the summary. The practices of the local church outlined in the internal document shared here are highly deceptive. Here's a breakdown. And so it goes through time-wise, gives time references, so you can go look at those specific parts of the podcast to see what it's summarizing, and it gets into the details of what I had shared in my podcast, and it's just done really, really well, and I like it. As a matter of fact, the overall statement here, the summary overall, is fantastic. I wish I had said this, but here it is. The recruitment strategies outlined in the document are intentionally deceptive and manipulative, designed to take advantage of young people's vulnerability. It's important for students and parents to be aware of these tactics and to approach any campus recruitment efforts with skepticism and critical thinking. And I was like, yeah, that's exactly right. So I liked it, and I thought, this is good. I'll put it as a comment on the YouTube, and if anybody sees it, that's great, and they can refer to it. If anybody asks me, what's your podcast about, this episode 9, I can show them, right? And there it is. And then later, someone shared with me that they had an AI agent create a poem from some just text, just random text, and said, turn this into a poem. And it turned out really well. And I thought, I have some text I think would make a good poem. So I went over to a service called Claude, which is a competitor to ChatGPT. And I asked, based upon this summary, create a song and calling out the excesses of the campus recruiting of freshmen. And it did it. And this is the song that it generated in just seconds. And I'll just read a little bit. September shadows fall across the quad, fresh faces seeking truth, not fraud. 16 to 20, lost and new, unaware of what some folks might do. Every dollar, every dime, spent to catch you just in time. Forms and spiles of false disguise, freshman blues under campus skies. And I was like, this is fantastic. Now, Claude, turn this into a produced piece of music. And Claude said, I'm sorry, Robert, I'm afraid I can't do that. So that was sad. But Claude didn't leave me hanging, said, if you like, there are services you can use to do that. And it suggested one, and I went with the suggestion. And it's called Suno. And Suno has a paid aspect to it, a paid version, which allows you to upload your own lyrics, and then it will create the song from there, along with your instructions on how it should sound and whatnot. And so I wanted to use these lyrics from Claude, and I went ahead and I got the subscription, and this is the result. So what I want to do now is I want to scroll over here, and the song's called Every Dollar, Every Dime, and I named the channel Minstrel of the Age. And if you're from the local churches, you know the Ministry of the Age or the Minister of the Age. This is the Minstrel of the Age. Homage. And let's go ahead and get to the lyrics. And I'm going to play this. I'm going to mute myself because I might end up singing. I have a tendency when I hear this song, I sing. And I'm going to play it so you can hear it directly here. So let's get straight to that.
September shadows fall across the quad. Fresh faces seeking truth, not fraud. 16 to 20, lost and new, unaware of what some folks might do. Every dollar, every dime, spent to catch you just in time. Forms and smiles, a false disguise. Freshmen blues under campus skies. They sneak in registration day, posing as officials come what may. Generic club names hide the plan to pull you deeper than you understand. The vulnerable, the young, the free, first years drifting in uncertainty. They're told to hunt relentlessly. Forget the truth, forget integrity. Every dollar, every dime, spent to catch you just in time. Forms and smiles, a false disguise. Freshmen blues under campus skies. They say before they settle in, that's when the harvest must begin. While minds are open, paths unclear, that's when they whisper in your ear. Parents will listen to their kids after the transformation hides what really happened in those rooms where freedom slowly meets its doom. So watch for those who spend their time. Every dollar, every dime, to catch you in transitions haze. These are the freshman blues I play.
That is one of the most impactful songs I've heard in a long time. It is exactly what I was hoping to do with my podcast and get that amount of feeling from that document. When I first read that document, that was Every Dollar, Every Dime, and it had the sneak into registration and talk about fooling the kids into thinking that you're part of the administration. was just blown away. And I could not do justice to the impact that had on my life and other people's lives. Some probably still think it's positive, which is fine, but it was not done in integrity. It was done sneakily. It was done when you're weak and vulnerable, not when you're at your top, not with full knowledge of what was even going on. Just, yeah, that sneaky, deceitful way, lacking full knowledge and going after the weak. Just absolutely atrocious. And so what I would like is for this song to get a life of its own, to go beyond this channel, to be shared, to reach people who would not watch an old guy on YouTube or listen to his podcast, to reach parents, and even then to come back and have people say, what is this talking about? What is this talking about? And then maybe find episode 9 or find the rest of the content of the channel and find out that this is actually happening on many, many campuses around the country, the United States, and around the world. And it's an intense effort that's not just volunteers. It is a major, major work, an intentional work done by the local church on the college campuses to get after our kids. Yeah. So anyway, see if you can figure out a way to spread this, and also make a comment. Tell me what you think about it. Is this appropriate? Is it not appropriate? Do you like it? Should we make a different style? Is this style maybe, only goes one direction? Should we look at different styles? Because the app, the Suno service can make different styles. Should we look at other songs to create? Because Minstrel of the Age is a great name, and it could be very useful for songs. So some other documents that should be turned to song. Kind of like in the spirit of the full-time training or the winter training, summer trainings, where a living stream banner gets turned into a song, right? Dennis Cooley would do this, right? And he was really good at it. I'm not, but this is good at it. Oh, there's ice cream. So should we do some more? And what should we do? Let me know. Make some comments. If you think this is utterly inappropriate, tell me, and tell me why. I know some people are extremely opposed to using Gen AI at all for anything. I'd like to, I'm open. I want to hear it. So yeah, every dollar, every dime, please spread this around.